When you imagine working in a bookstore, what conjures to your mind? A calm, relaxed atmosphere? Light piano music playing in the background? Perhaps just a single employee who mans both the cashier and the shelves due to lack of foot traffic? Well, those places may exist, but not in the heart of Tokyo. This first reaction is brought to you by viewers like you. Thank you. Skullface bookseller Honda-san tells the quick tales of what it's like trying to be a bookseller in Tokyo at a reasonably large bookstore. A bookstore so large that there is a separate employee for every section that these employees are responsible for. And of course, different kinds of clientele and situations that arise from all of these sections. Every episode of Honda-san has two different storylines, and in these storylines, both Honda-san and his fellow employees deal with the various situations that arise from working in a bookstore. From trying to find something that fits the exact specifications that a customer wants, to just the simple matter of how the hell do you deal with new stock and the publishers that personally come by to see if their books are doing well, Honda-san shines a light into a scenario and situations that otherwise we might not know even exist. The closest comparison that I have for you all that you might recognize is the recent Agretsuko-san from earlier this year. Holy crap, Agretsuko was from this year? Man, that feels so long ago. 2018 can bite me. The similarities are there in both topic and in style. Instead, however, of dealing with the life of a sometimes enraged desk worker, we instead get the interesting life of a guy who makes his living at a bookstore. Also, he's a skeleton. The animation is rather slapdash and plain, but it helps to put focus on the situations themselves, which I found to be quite enjoyable. This is one of those I never knew that you could express so much emotion with so little, because you just have the face of a skeleton. The vocal work really does help set the tone and reactions from Honda-san, but the series is almost completely devoid of facial expressions from the reoccurring cast, as everybody covers their face in some way, both making it easier for the animators and also as an easy way to refer to each character that were undoubtedly based in some way on a real person working in a real bookstore. The original material for this series was a webcomic posted online by a man who was also named Honda-san, and who also worked at a bookstore, though I doubt the real-life Honda-san is a skeleton, but it does lend a bit of credence to the situations at hand. And his anxiety with dealing with new and scary situations that arise with interacting with retail customers is something that a lot of us can watch and be thankful that we don't have to deal with it anymore. Yes! The really on top of all of the relatable situations that Honda-san finds himself in, the things that I find the most interesting are the slew of references to other anime and manga material. The show doesn't create facsimiles of popular shows as a placeholder, but in fact uses the real examples of popular franchises to further add to the story's realism. The names have been censored out, of course, but thankfully I can make out most of them. It's always nice to be able to understand some of the more obscure references that they make in shows like this, and it encourages me to go and research the shows that I don't recognize. I really do like that. Also, the amount of times that Honda-san himself deals with foreign customers is surprising, not only because of their frequency, but also in the constant reminder that they can never get English natives to voice these characters, and the broken English is always a pleasure to hear / sarcasm.
Excuse me? I'm just looking for this manga.
Sorry, we don't have this one. It's a special yaoi book!
Jesus Christ!
If I had a major criticism of Honda-san at this juncture, it would be that it's just too short, damn it. I normally have a tendency to avoid short anime. In this case, the average episode of Honda-san is only about 10 minutes, and even that is evenly split between two different stories. But mostly that's because I usually get tired of narratives that feel like they could continually slam you into a brick wall to just stop your momentum because the episode doesn't have enough running time in it to build up to anything meaningful. Thankfully, Honda-san has no such issues as its quick tales are perfect for the length of time the show has. Of course, now instead that there's the added problem that we only get 10 minutes of Honda-san a week, and ultimately this series is only going to have 12 confirmed episodes, so despite being a very enjoyable anime to watch and relax with, unfortunately, we will have very little of it when all is said and done. On the plus side, the short length makes it very easy to get into, even this many weeks down the road from its initial airing. So if you need a quick breather from the more narrative-heavy shows of this year like I do, then the brief shot of gag comedy that is Honda-san might be exactly what you need. But this is only my first reaction to the series. Perhaps it'll turn out quite a bit different. Though to be honest, it probably won't. And in this case, that's very, very good. Thank you for joining me on this quick discussion. There will be streaming links down in this description should you require them. And let me know down in the comments what you have been following this season, and hopefully we'll talk about it in a future video if we have not already. A big thank you to all of my patrons who make these videos possible, and until next time, watch more anime and stay frosty.